You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Say first.
Yeah, say first.
Leave Tivit alone. Leave Tivit alone.
No, don't attack Tivit.
Always.
Stop attacking cEDH.
Excellent.
She did nothing wrong.
Welcome to Shattered Signal, a podcast brought to you by the Shattergang, where we discuss all things Magic the Gathering. My name is Baz, and in this episode, we're looking back at 2 interviews with notable figures in the European cEDH scene that were recorded earlier in the year. First, I spoke with Mons from cEDH TV at MagicCon Amsterdam in the summer. Then, towards the end of the year, I spoke with Ben from cEDH UK at AxionNow's Commandfest London back in September. Remember to like and subscribe or leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice.
So, hey folks, look what I found. This is
Mons from cEDH TV.
Yeah. Some of you may know. You may be a little bit more familiar with our channel, you know. Yeah. So, have you been enjoying Amsterdam?
It's been awesome. I love bikes.
Yeah.
I love the food. Lots of people, as you can see.
Yeah. Lots of people. Fantastic. So when we were speaking earlier, you didn't make it to Barcelona for last year.
No.
So what were your expectations for this event?
Much smaller than this. Like, my expectations have truly been met. It's been huge. They put a lot of effort into like constructing the area and making a good atmosphere.
Definitely.
Like, one of my favorite villains in this format is actually Emrakul Emrakul himself.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, Call of Cthulhu, good. Tentacles, lovely.
No, not my bag. You wouldn't see me with tentacles. It's very cool though, because often you see the big cons in America and you're like, wow, they'll never bring that here. And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So what was the most fun thing you did when you were here?
Winning with Necropotence, finally. It
Finally.
worked.
Yeah. Necropotence is a good card.
Yeah.
Especially now there's a second version that we can use.
True, yeah, Necrodominance. Gonna
Very
be good.
card. Definitely.
Has been working out really well in CC, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I will have to keep an eye.
Yeah, stay watching. It might be good to actually start attacking CC.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good point,
Because
actually.
they could just have a City Bolas, Citadel, or a Necrodominance or Necropotence in the deck build.
Very good point. That's right. It's you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Say first.
Yeah, CC first.
Leave Tivit alone. Leave Tivit alone.
No, don't attack Tivit.
Always.
Stop attacking cEDH.
Excellent.
She did nothing wrong.
And while you were here, you were doing some community cEDH tournaments.
Yeah.
It seemed to be really good fun.
Yeah, we actually thought we were going to get something like 8 to 12 people.
Yeah. Wow.
But we were able to manage to get something like, I think it was 24 at the end.
Wow.
But it was a lot of like friends. Hey, I'm going to join a cEDH tournament.
sure,
You want to
for sure,
come?
for
And
sure.
people just brought their friends with them.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's kind of what you want to have, a self-building system.
Definitely.
I really like what they have in there with the command zone area where you can grab a flag of saying competitive,
So good.
challenge, and social, just to arrange where people get to play casual for free, no money whatsoever.
Absolutely.
But it was so large that it felt like all the cEDH players just got scattered.
Yeah.
So we thought like it would just be good to just bring everyone. This is cEDH area.
For sure.
And as a feedback to those guys,
If you're watching Wizards.
yeah, if you're watching Wizards, it would be good to like have an area structure. Like, this is the area
Definitely.
for all the casuals. This is the area for the cEDH. It would help the community so much.
I think so too. Like, they definitely recognize that with having the little table signs.
Yeah.
So there is a demand for a mixture of experiences.
Yeah, the tables
Right.
were full all the time.
All the time.
And
Like,
it
all
was
the
just
time.
free to play. So I think they just need to keep doing it and learn more about it and
Definitely.
just practice performance.
Yeah, definitely. They seem to be very good at taking feedback, which is really good.
Yes.
Really good.
I'm
No,
honestly really happy with the event overall.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job.
I think it was great. I was at Barcelona last year and this was better. Like,
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
No, great. Well, thank you for stopping for a chat. It was
Bye.
lovely to meet you.
Thanks for having
I'll
me.
see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye. So, hello, Ben. Sitting down to have a chat about some fun projects you've been working on.
Yeah, absolutely. cEDH UK was the project I started last May. Put onto the UK just generic Facebook group saying, I want to build a community. Who's interested? Started the Discord. And sort of within that first month through June, got about 100 people in and started talking to stores initially.
Yeah.
And then we had our first couple of events. And then, we've sort of grown from there. The winter of 2023 was good. We sort of, from that June through to December period, I think we had about 30 events up and down the country.
I didn't realise it was that many.
Yeah, sort of focused. A few in London, Huddersfield, which is the centre. That is where we get most people, absolutely. Obviously, I know you guys had one up in Scotland, I believe.
We did, yeah. Around about that time, around end of 2023, yeah.
A little bit up in Middlesbrough, Castleford, and then again, just down south in London. And so, yeah, it's been a good start.
Yeah, it seems really good. One thing I really notice is it seems like a very heavily invested and engaged community.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very grateful for the support. I say sort of after about a week or so, I sort of said, who really wants to get involved in this and help push it forward. And we labelled ourselves the project team. It was more the place where I go, does this idea sound good? Does this idea sound
Absolutely.
good?
Good sounding board's always important.
Yeah, exactly. It's all been completely voluntary, all of the help. And they know who they are when they're watching this, and they know I'm very, very grateful. I say it's, whilst we started in May, like I say, we've just had our first 2-day event last weekend in Lichfield. I say it really felt like the coming together. Once we started in May, that was the first time we brought everyone together.
Sure.
So it did sort of feel like the end of year one. Like I say, we had London, Southwest, even down as far as Devon.
Yep.
And then we had guys from Preston, Chester, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough, and obviously all the central groups, Birmingham, Cov, all come together.
Well, big uniting of the clan sort of thing.
Yeah, I say we had a 7-round event and a fun side event of pre-C19, so no Dockside, no Thoracle, no Underworld Breach. Going back to a good old bit of Flash Hulk.
Yeah.
That felt like the conclusion to a good year.
Yeah.
And I said we all absolutely enjoyed it. We were in the venue till 11 p.m. both nights until we got kicked out, takeaways and pick up games afterwards.
Hell yeah.
The first year's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
No, that's really cool. And then that leads on quite well to what's happening the rest of the year, because obviously got Lisbon coming up.
Yeah, Lisbon.
It's really interesting how it seemed from the outside, it seemed quite quickly and easily the Portuguese and European communities keen for things to kind of move forward and move forward quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was Kakar over in Portugal reached out to me. And I think their community is about 4 years old at this point, and they've had the Pirate Chest, which runs around November each year. And he pulled myself, and then sort of, I believe the initial collective was ourselves, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Slovenia, Denmark, Finland. We tried to find Italy and France at the start, but we weren't too sure who best to go to. But we sort of came together as a group and said, you know what, let's do it. With Portugal having the infrastructure and the experience and the judging staff having already done a large event, we let them take the lead.
Makes sense.
And I say we sort of allocated the tickets, and they obviously led on to the qualifiers that we've had through the first year. And there's 32 of us going out.
Wow.
So over 10%.
That is not an insignificant number of people.
We had a few other countries come in later, which will be exciting for next year. And I'm hoping, obviously, towards the end of the year, I'll be announcing our side of the second year, because this really was a pilot year, and it's gone brilliantly so far. And looking forward to flying out to Lisbon. But yeah, over 10% of the field will be Brits.
Wow.
So feeling good about our chances.
Yeah. Well, from 0 to 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
probably not 0, but likely.
Yeah. If we get one of us into the top 16, that'll be the big thing.
Hell yeah.
So like I say, it's about 280 player event, which is, I mean, I already believe it will be bigger next year. More countries involved. Obviously, France and Italy coming in a little bit later. Iceland as well. They want to be involved, and they will be involved, because the bigger the better.
Absolutely.
You know, when I started cEDH UK, the vision was I wanted what America had in terms of that size.
Absolutely.
Obviously, to do it our own way and have our own flair. And the success has grown, having obviously judges, stores, and TOs sort of all work with me has been brilliant.
Absolutely.
And I completely respect, at the same time, they are their own businesses. So when someone reaches out to me
and they sort of say, what do you price it at? And it's sort of like, well, how do you guys value your tables?
For sure.
Overheads for a store in London versus out in the countryside is a little bit different. So it's making sure that the stores always stay happy. I'd never encourage a store to run an event at a loss. No. That's not a part of it. So one of the key things has been about making sure that everyone's happy. The players get their game time, and most players just want a day out. That is the main thing. The 2-day Litchfield event was a social as much as it was a tournament.
It is all about the gathering after all.
It is. It was all about the gathering. It didn't really get serious until probably the final at that point. Until then, there was so much noise. But when the final dawned, that room was silent. Absolutely silent. But no, community's growing well. We're happy. We have a website. We have a Discord. Looking forward for the future.
Nice. So if we were to ask the fun question of what are your kind of short to long term goals, where would you like to see it go?
Yeah, so I mean
you mentioned a scale akin to America.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I appreciate the scale in terms of the size. There will always be that limit.
But in relative terms, I suppose.
Yeah, so I suppose America has different tournament companies, and the structure is a little bit different. Obviously, over here in the UK, all the stores directly feed through me. In the fact that, not that I control the format, but I sit there as a mediator to make sure scheduling clashes and that sort of stuff, and obviously to be the middleman between judges, the community, the stores, that sort of stuff, just to make sure that it all does run smoothly. And then also to obviously sit on the European committee. So in terms of the growth, I say the Discord is about to hit 550 people. I completely accept that a lot of them use it as a calendar, and that's absolutely fine. We're there for in-person cEDH. So I know that a lot of people just use it to see when the events are, and that's not a problem at all. So as long as people are still coming in there, to expand on the coverage, so next month or into October, we've got new events in Maidenhead and Southampton, which sort of bridges that gap of, when you go up north, that gap between sort of going across from sort of Chester, Liverpool, across, there's quite a density of cities. Once you go London across, there's quite a bit of countryside. So having something a little bit on the outskirts of London that's not, so having that Maidenhead event will be good. So hoping that runs well. And then Southampton right down at the south, that's good. And then we've got, obviously, the Newport and Bristol scene is growing strong as well. And then obviously something in the Midlands will be nice. We've been quite happy travelling the regular weekend 2-hour car drives, but it's just to ensure that there's consistency in the circuit. For sure, it's what we do refer to it as is the circuit, and making sure that everyone stays happy. As the community grows and they get more tournament experience, obviously we'll start looking at doing some more, for example, winner jewels, upping the pricing. The pricing a lot of the time is the store credit, because it does encourage reinvestment into the stores.
It keeps the store happy, right?
It does.
It's a convenient way for the local players to have a valuable prize as well.
Yes, exactly. So store credit is the nice prize, but some winner jewels as well. Just because I know some people do like the higher pricing, the slightly more competitive event. The upgrade of the events, some more 2-day events. UK Championships, obviously last weekend was a huge success, and obviously we'll look next year, we'll do it again. Absolutely, there will be another 2-day event, or Benfest as they call it.
Benfest,
with some more custom participation promos, and honestly, just 48 hours. Actually, it was more than 48 hours. There was a bunch of people who travelled down the night before,
for sure,
and some people were there till the Monday.
Wow.
So no, I appreciate the commitment and the financial commitment it is to come down. There's a bit of a difference in a 1-day and a 2-day event. And then it'll also be to bring the European Championships to the UK.
That'd be sick.
We've got the team. I've already started scouting out venues, because I do believe I know when we will get it. I'll confirm that when I know it. I'm not going to make promises, but I've made a push to get it to be confirmed. But yeah, bringing the European Championship across would be a big one.
Wow, that would be huge.
How big it will be at that point, who knows? 300, 400. Yeah. The cEDH growth, to sort of sum it up, has been insane in the past year, and everyone's really happy. I say I've got the support around me to continue growing, and then sort of to finalise it, to anyone wanting to get involved in cEDH, hop in the server. www.cedh.uk. There's a link to the Discord there. I've got to get the plugin.
Yeah. It'll be in the description.
Absolutely.
We'll look after you, don't worry.
And then hop in, start chatting. There will be events somewhere. If you're someone who wants cEDH events in your area and it's not there and you have a community, please DM me. If you're a store watching this and you want an event, please DM me. And I will talk you through the best way to go about it and how to go from there.
Heck yeah. Perfect. Well, fingers crossed for continued growth and some top 16s in the European Championship.
Yeah, that is our main focus. I say a lot of us are working hard. Obviously, the recent bans of slightly reevaluating some deck inclusions, but
perhaps a little.
Yeah, a little.
We've played a lot. Well, I played a little today, but there's been a lot of cEDH firing this weekend.
It has,
and it doesn't seem to have taken any of the fun out of it at all.
No, absolutely not.
And
I think
there's a number of spicy plays still happening without all of these cards.
Yeah, once the dust settles on the recent changes, I think the format will continue to be as strong as it has been.
I 100% agree.
And we will continue moving forward with it.
Oh yeah. Cool. All right, Ben. Well, thanks for sitting down for a chat.
Yeah,
and all
no
the best.
worries. Thank you very much.
There we go.
I hope you enjoyed the discussions with Mons and Ben. 2025 is certainly going to be a big year for European cEDH. If you would like us to speak with more folk from the cEDH scene, please do let us know in the comments. If you would like to support the show, then please head to Shattergang.com to become a member on Ko-fi. Until next time, we'll see you again.
You got a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin coming up at the end of the month. How are you feeling?
I'm going to use my one lie.